I'm not going to be telling you to deep clean your entire room, to let go of friends who aren't serving you, to even make a New Year's resolution. We are simply not here to be obsessing over what future us is going to do. Like, let's focus on the now. So, like, what does that really mean? What are the things that we can do to prepare for the new year? And how are we going to keep this a low stress and forgiving process? So, why should we even prepare for the new year, aka this next part of our lives? We want to step into 2024 feeling super light. Throughout the year, you just accumulate a ton of baggage. Baggage doesn't mean positive or negative, just like simply weight. And this could be physical baggage as well as so much mental space. You have just spent this year collecting so much new information, and you, I'm sure, have grown so much as a person. So, you are also carrying all of that with you into the new year. So, we're going to get straight into the three things that you can do to prepare yourself for the new year with this in mind. If you are to be a great designer of your own life, I truly believe we should learn from people who are great designers. They create and explore at the same time. And this is something that I started doing exactly a year ago. At the time, even though I was really, really struggling, definitely wanted to improve my acne because I was having a lot of hormonal acne breakouts. So I discovered cycle syncing. And if you don't know what cycle syncing is, it's the idea that you should change some of your lifestyle based on your menstrual cycle. I was becoming way more intimate in a way with my period, which I had never been before. So this was starting to bring up other like things like feelings of self-hatred and internalized misogyny and my feelings towards my own period. And I was really like confused because that was not what I was going for. I was like, I want to clear my acne, but here I am sitting thinking about all of these other things. And I will fully admit to not knowing at all what I was doing at the beginning. I had reduced the idea of being a woman into these really trivial factors like going to buy flowers for myself and painting my nails and really focusing on my appearances, which true is a part of it. But I was like, at the time, I was like, this is all it is. Like, this is going to help me become a really amazing person somehow. And I could not tell you at the end of last year that what I was really going for was to grow into the type of person who can listen to their own intuition and feel their own feelings really heavily, like really become super strong in my feminine aspects. That's why I think a theme is so important. At the beginning of starting something, like starting a really big New Year's resolution, you may not know exactly what the best goal to even aim for is at the end of the year. So I think being really practical about it, picking a theme is a great way to go about that approach. And if something doesn't jump out to you as a theme, then maybe this next activity will help with that. According to the book Earth Magic, fall is the time to slow down and winter is the time to stop. And I really love that. And it makes me very confused why I my entire life have spent the winters getting into a new complete set of habits, trying to revamp my life when winter really is about slowing all of that stuff down. And I really like this quote from the book. Fall energies urged us to slow down, but now winter is here. These energies want us to stop and rest. This season points us to look inward and focus our energy on ourselves, making it another good season for shadow work and inner healing. Shadow work is very most simply described as exploring your shadow self. It's the practice of unconsciously surfacing the deep beliefs that run your life. I always feel like I end up with a new realization about myself. And even though some of those things I'm just like, no, I don't really feel like changing that, it's at least like good to know. For example, ever since I was young, I had this really strong feeling that I was never going to be understood by anyone. And I always just wanted to relate to other people. I tried to do things that other people were doing, and I wanted to talk about the things that they were interested in. I just wanted to absorb that so I could reflect it back. I've ended up realizing that the fear wasn't that no one else was going to understand me, but it looked more like I was scared I was never going to understand myself, which at the end of the day is really really, really important because, like, how am I going to expect anyone else to understand me when I don't even understand myself at the end of the day? And if you don't know what to think about, some journal prompts that I like to use are going to be in the description below so you can save them for later. My greatest reminder to you during this practice is to be ultra forgiving to yourself and take things one step at a time. I know it can be a lot to think about all these really like deep personal questions. It's not about everything. Like once you uncover this certain thing, then you should change it right now because you know what it is and you can change it. You don't have to put that pressure on yourself. It's not always about change. Sometimes it really just is about listening and understanding. And finally, the third thing we can do to prepare ourselves for this grand new year is letting go. When I think of winter and think of the winter holidays, even though I don't live in a place where this would ever happen, I think of snow. And snow at the end of the day is water, and water is a cleansing element. But I know letting go is way, way more difficult than just saying let it go. We can start letting things go by really deeply respecting them, appreciating them, and just knowing that their time has passed. I like really struggle with letting go because I'm like not the type of person. I cannot even permanently delete photos. I cannot burn my journal pages. I don't really get rid of, like, I get rid of some things, but it's very, very difficult for me to do so. But something that has really been helping me is this visualization. Imagine you're on a path and you don't have anything except this big box in your hand. Now, as you're going through it, imagine picking up all of those memories and things that you're going to let go of for this new year into that box. You start feeling the weight of all of the things you're carrying. And once you've put that final thing into the box, you start walking towards the edge of a cliff. And the whole point of this visualization is to really feel the weight of everything that you've carried with you this year and begin to let it go. When I do this visualization, I am sometimes at the edge of that cliff for a really long time. I just don't want to let anything go. So I'll just sit with that and feel it until I'm ready to just like throw it all off. Something about this visualization just really translates into real life. I just feel relieved that I don't have to replay those memories over and over in my head. And I just like kind of out of sight, out of mind with all of them. If that doesn't seem like the thing for you to do, it's just like really to get the energy out of your body. So anything that'll help you do that. Other things I've thought about doing but haven't done yet are like doing a really hard exercise, like maybe going for an extra hard run or a swim or something. Obviously, you could go to the middle of nowhere and just like scream and let it all out, or crying is a really good emotional release sometimes. You could also like create a piece of art that represents this year and like completely destroy it. I'm not sure what your vibe is, but in any case, we have to start letting go of those things. So, we have those three ideas for how we're going to prepare to let go so we can create space for this new year. We are going to pick a theme for the next year. We're going to do some shadow work and self reflecting. And we are truly going to let this past year go so we can have like a clean slate going into the new year. And I think that is all you need to do to prepare for the next year. Now, am I actually going to do those things or am I just going to keep talking about it? I actually decided that I'm going to vlog my end of year reset routine. So, all of these things are going to be included in that. So, if you're interested in exactly how I do those activities, make sure you subscribe and go watch that other video. If you don't know me yet, my name is Maddie and it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to live my best life and share all of the things that I'm learning along the way, including how to design my life, which I describe as a process of designing, creating, and really living my dream life. So if you're interested in any of that, please make sure to subscribe as well. You got this. I got this. We all got this. Everything's going to be okay if we keep forgiving ourselves along the way and keep strengthening our mindset because that's all that matters at the end of the day. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you soon. Thanks, Cam.